I'm not as into movies that scare me. Like the fucking jump scares and stuff. I don't like jump scares, guys. I really don't. I avoid shit like that. I avoid sad movies and I avoid scary movies. But I know that Alien is a very good movie. Like, I've watched Alien multiple times and stuff. But it's like... even when I know the fucking jump scare's coming, I don't like it. Well, the whole movie feels like it's trying to jump scare you. But yes, it doesn't have as many jump scares as many movies trying to be scary. Anyways, we are actually in a ridiculously good match now, so let's talk about that a little bit. We have Gumiho in the bottom right, Dragon Scales, Astrea in the top left. Astrea won last week, beat amazing players on the way. And obviously Gumi, you know, one of the best Terrans in the world. Ooh, look at that. Hides his racks. And, you know, you're just going to try to throw off Astrea. And Astrea is going to come scout. Oh, no, he's not actually. Or is he? Yeah, he is. Okay, that does make sense. Because otherwise you get your gas first. If you don't scout, you can get your gas first and put additional workers on there. What? No idea what's going on there. Anyways, the probe coming up, and you know, you might end up thinking that this is a proxy, which can be very annoying. You might play a little bit more defensively, like Chrono Boost out a Zealot. We'll see if he starts a Zealot here. He's checking all around, so you can see Astrea is smarter than most pros. Most pros just wouldn't even check the side of the base. And he gets down here and sees the racks. There you go. So he actually never even started a Zealot here, which is good to see. You know, that's like for a long time that was kind of the counter to Proxy Racks Reaper, to just get a Zealot out quickly and kind of zone the Reaper out of the mineral line. But looks like Astrea completely fine. Recalls his probe. Someone was asking last time, is that actually worth it? Yes, 100% of the time it is worth it at the beginning of the game to recall that probe out if that's going to get it home. Much better than spending that on trying to make a new probe with another chrono. All right, so Reaper comes in, gets a couple very good hits there. Oh, he's going to lose it. Nice catch there from Astrea. Twilight is on the way. And we have the starport coming up for Gumi. Gotta wait a minute here for this to really start picking up. I assume that we're going to see Blink, and I assume we're going to see a Robo coming up. Is it just going to be like a 2-gate, though? Oh, Dark Shrine. Land DTs, huh? No Robo or anything. So he's just going to probably throw a pylon down on the side of the map somewhere and just try to walk DTs in. So that's going to be like very, very, very quick DTs. Kind of an interesting place for the Dark Shrine, hiding in plain sight there in the middle of the base. And there's his proxy pylon. So I guess we just kind of wait and see how much damage that this could end up getting done. And of course, he does have Blink on the way as a follow-up. Now, that is one thing. When you go DT into Blink, you are going to be a little bit light on units overall, so your opponent's army probably going to be stronger. Normally, we have seen in the past, when you open DT, oftentimes it's with a Prism. So then you can fill in your supply with some Immortals to just kind of give you stability if your opponent attacks. But here, obviously, we don't have that Prism. So a different type of scenario. All right, he actually sees this this dropship running up very quickly. So this is going to allow for Astrea to get into position. Cloak, by the way, started... Oh, you know what? I think he actually did not see it. Even though he technically got vision of it, he did not move anything to try to intercept. So, but Gumiho saw that he saw, so he actually stops. Kind of the funny thing, right? He's like, well, he must be getting into position, so let's just kill this.
Hermione Granger donated $3.33. It's not Astrea, it's Astrea. Astrea. Not Astrea. Astrea.
No, it's Astrea. It's literally Astrea. I know him in real life. And I say a lot of shit wrong, so I'm not fucking shy about it. And even if it was Astrea, I would still say Astrea and just tell you to fuck off, but I'm just letting you know it's actually Astrea. Anyways, the DT will get 7 kills before going down. Well, I guess these two down here getting a few kills as well. Nice split. Stops the eBay. Good stuff. There is a Raven on the way, and he does know that Cloak is coming up. So these DTs are really doing some serious work for him right now. Look at how much damage he's getting done, man. Killing off depots, you know, killing off units. We'll see what the Cloaked Banshee can do across the map. It's only 1, so shield batteries will do well against it. Moves outside of that cloak radius. All right, this one just walks into the Raven. We have the Templar Archives and third base coming up. Tony's 333 gets told to fuck off. I didn't say to fuck off. I didn't. I said normally I would do that, but I'm not going to here. Thank you for your donation, Hermoine Granger. Or is it Granger? Let me know in another dono. All right, so... kind of an interesting forward position from Gumiho there. If he walks up into that, it could be very bad. Like that. Loses 2 stalkers instantaneously. Loses 3 stalkers. 2 more damage. Okay, he does get the pick. So he's going to risk this and try to kill this off with DTs. So goes ahead, gets a single DT. And a scan does come down. Oh my god, the overcharge. Oh, that was almost so beautiful. But a great target there from Gumi. Gets rid of that shield battery. And look at this. See, this is why we oftentimes have Immortals made as a backup after DTs. Because again, if you go Dark Templar at the beginning of the game, it makes your army super, super soft. Like 10-ply soft, okay? Now that I'm Canadian, I gotta talk like that. Well, actually, I'm not, but you know what I mean. Anyways, that is a very strong attack. Astrea gonna go ahead, pick off this Liberator, so that's good. Maybe stop some of these reinforcements as well. But Gumiho getting insane, insane damage. Yeah, Gumi looking quite strong. Drops his tanks elsewhere. Those can guard a couple patches, so that's kind of nice. Way on the side. Look at where the bunker is, too. Dude, this is so hard to attack into for Astrea. This is a very, very, very bad position. You can see his economy has been just wrecked. All right, comes in with the charge lots. Has the Immortal in there, picking off the tanks really quickly. All right, that was a good clean. That was done better than I thought he would be able to do. So that was a very, very good cleanup job there from Astrea. Somehow he does have 12 more workers right now. And slightly more army. So you can see Gumi, you know, he put a lot into that, but doesn't have a lot of production structures. He's still on 1-1-1. All right, so just kind of looking around at the position here, I'm trying to figure out, is Astrea going to be okay? Because he doesn't have, like, really that much. He is still taking some harassment. Gumi's kind of on top of things. He's got better tech overall. Definitely Astrea trying to catch up there. But, you know, losing these workers... Gumi doesn't have a third, though. So, you know, there's that. Psystorm on the way is not a bad choice, I would say. Definitely a high-quality Banshee here. Does get picked. That's actually insanely close. That is insanely close. Look at that. Definitely not what I would have expected. But again, is Astrea okay? You know, I think the game is going to mostly normalize here. It's been such a strange opener, like losing the natural, and you know, the DTs though did do good damage across the map, and then we just don't have a lot of production from Gumi, and no third command center ever got started. Like now it's almost done, but I'm talking about earlier on when all the damage was occurring in the more normal range of time. So definitely a very interesting one. But yeah, it seems like Astrea is going to be all right. He's going to be able to stabilize in this game. Gumi's still kind of waiting on some upgrades here. Combat shields and stim. Thank you much for the your guy in the chat. Single Zealot watching here. A lot of good Psy Storm and everything. I guess that's one big thing for Gumiho here, is he does not have any ghosts, right? No Ghost Academy as of yet. Really does need to get that started, though. Like, I mean, the storms here can just absolutely shred. It's very Marine heavy. Gumiho actually is a Marine heavy Terran player generally. Oh, he does have the Ghost Academy. Never mind. Good to see. But I don't see a single ghost. He's making his first one right now. You know, I think Astrea here was just kind of like not completely sure of his position after the tough opening. So still can't really attack in here to the... Well, if all the bio leaves the siege tanks, I guess you can. They are doing a great job, but look at this. Gumi comes back with his bio force. Psystorm's going to be absolutely crucial here. Oh my god. Gets Marines underneath that prism. Some great storms go down. A lot of the army, a lot of the high-quality army here has died for Astrea, and he's still utilizing storms and does another giant army warping of zealots. But look, here's the thing. His army's basically gone now. So hold on. That looked like it was good. Like he killed a lot. He killed a lot of SCVs. But what are you remaking as Astrea? You're escaping with like 2 high-quality units. Right? Like an Archon, a High Templar, and a Prism. And then everything else is like Zealot Stalker at this point. Not that that's unplayable, but, you know, a big part of Protoss's strength as you get later in the game is retaining the core army. Because it does take longer to build. You have less production structures like robos and stuff. Let's see what Gumiho does. I think Gumiho basically has to attack right now. That's what it feels like to me, right? Because Astrea, you can see he's gotten up to 4 bases, so clearly his economy is really superior. But right now, Astrea's army is not... It's not super great. It's, you know, he's rebuilding it. He's making some Immortals. He's, you know, getting some High Templars where he can and everything. See, this right here... This little warping that he has in these charge lots, he really wants Gumiho to turn around. Like, I don't think he has enough to cover all his bases if Gumiho does some good attacks. But with this going on at home, look at this. He's going to lose a couple of high-quality supply dropped depots and his Ghost Academy. Bad stuff, man. Nice little stim forward here from Gumi. Picks off a High Templar. Doesn't have to utilize his EMP. Stimming in now. This is the right play from Gumi. I'm so sure of it. Astrea with a move command there. Actually does a recall, but it only gets the prism, so that was like a little bit weird. But Gumi kills the base. Gumi definitely took a bit of damage at home. He is heavily supply blocked. You know, losing those 2 depots, that's like a ridiculous amount of supply. Oh! Right, the probes somehow snuck out. Look at that. Oh, just blip on screen for a moment there. Zealot's still doing a little bit of harassment. Gumiho, is he going to continue to attack? I actually think it is correct for him to continue to attack here. He's taking like too much damage at home. Like he needs to get across and do something. Look at the worker count right now. Almost twice as many for Astrea. But Gumiho's actual army is better in quality. That doesn't mean it'll win a fight, because it really has to do with storms and EMPs. But yeah, I think overall his army quality is a bit better. All right, Suicide's in a prism there with some storms. Good EMP there. That makes it 0. No, he does have one more storm right here. Oh, man, the storm hits really well, too. I don't know how much medevac energy he has left. Okay, some good EMPs go down, but I think Astrea might have just enough. The 4 Immortals, so powerful here. And yeah, that's going to be it. Astrea ends up taking that. That was a cool game, though. That was a cool game because obviously the DTs did work. Gumiho's counter did work. And then we had this very strange situation where the warp-in came. Like, he needed that warp-in. He needed to be dealing damage, because if he hadn't hurt Gumiho's economy, I think Gumiho does win there, despite the fact that Astrea has a much bigger economy right at that moment. He had a very high-quality army, and that was a high-quality attack that he was putting off. But having to stretch his multitasking between the 2 bases and everything, it made it hard. Good showing by Astrea. Good showing. All right, we're going to go into the next game. It's going to be on Royal Blood. No thanks, Protoss, Sweet Lord. What does Weed Lord's voice sound like? It sounds like he drools and he has braces on and like very nasally, for sure. Okay, let's go into the next game. All right, Gumiho versus Astrea on Royal Blood. Top right, we have Gumiho. Bottom left, we have Astrea. I tell you, man, Astrea really coming into his own. Some strange position that he was in last game, and he made it work. Really solid, strong play. It's amazing to see him just kind of rise up. We went through a little period for the last, like, 6 months or so where it started to feel like Terrans weren't going to lose to Protoss anymore. But then you had Maxpax doing very well. Now you have Astrea doing very well. Triggers put out some great games. Yeah, the Protosses really are fighting back in this matchup. And Gumiho once again hiding that barracks. A harder place for Astrea to find. He'll float that one back in his main base a little bit later. Well, we gotta wait a minute here for the probe to go up, see if Astrea gets fooled out by this barracks or not. Make a beeline for that main base. And sees the double gas. So this is selling the proxy racks a bit better. And in fact, he traps the probe in here. I like that move a lot. Trapping the probe, Astrea won't be able to confirm where anything is. Let's see if he does end up making a Zealot due to this. I think he's just going to chrono out an Adept instead. Yeah. Seems like he is not too afraid of Proxy Reaper. And now he sees it's not Proxy Reaper, it's just outside the main. That got in there too quickly, so he knows basically where the barracks is at. All right, Reaper coming across the map. Stargate coming up here for Astrea. Everything looking like pretty normal, I guess, overall. Nothing too weird. Cyclone coming out, going to be some great defense. I assume this will be Oracle, but I mean, it could end up being Phoenix. Let's see. Yeah, Oracle. No big surprise there. Stalker comes out to join the couple of Adepts. And of course, I do like, I always need to mention, I do like the command center in the main base. Really makes it a little bit more questionable as to what is occurring. Is there going to be like more tech coming after you, that type of thing? And Protoss players know a lot of times when you do an opening like this, you will have that command center up there anyways. It's safer regardless, so Adepts don't come over and slow it down or anything like that. Twilight coming up. So it should be Blink. You know, Oracle goes very well with Blink. This Oracle has some shoulder pads. Look at that. It's like it's wearing an 80s outfit. All right, nice little Reaper run by. Catches Astrea a little bit off guard. Yeah, wow, that's a great scout. Sees the Twilight. Gets up here. Sees nothing else out of the Stargate. Very high quality scout here. Of course, this Reaper's life is going to end. It's not going to get any kills, but definitely was worth its weight in gold there. That third Nexus is going to be finishing up pretty quickly here. All right, some decent micro, but he does not have Blink yet. This is a problem. Gumiho getting up here. The tank's doing a fantastic job. Actually, the landed Viking is as well. Look at the damage output. My God. Blowing up so many Stalkers at the moment. He is trying to buy some time. Whoa. Gets the kill on the Cyclone. Incredibly important there. Trying to get the medevac. Just barely doesn't get it. Gumiho going to heal that up as well. Worst case scenario right there. If he could pick off what he was actually going for, the battle definitely looks a lot different. Gumiho pressing into the natural. There's a Void Ray on the way. Oh, God. He depowered Blink. Oh, my God. Just awful. I think Astrea's dead. I think Gumiho just nailed him with his timing. Does have a little group of Stalkers here trying to intercept. Brings up his Oracle as well. So very good play there to slow this down somewhat. Dude, if he had Blink, maybe. But now that that's been killed and he doesn't even have, like, the option of a counterattack with Blink if he holds it, which we don't even know if he'll hold it, this is feeling very close to impossible for Astrea. Kind of similar to the last game where he's losing his natural while he has a third up, but a worse position than the last game by far. By far. So it looks like he's going to set up the siege tanks over here, block any patches that he can, get that the bunker up. Really nice setup for Gumi. Really nice. Okay, trades a Void for a siege tank. I can't really fault him there. All right, let's see. Gonna come in now. Oh, I don't know. The Zealots may end up clearing this, but yeah, he just GG's. That was not going to be efficient enough. All right, tied up 1-1. Excellent, excellent. Good series so far. Very good one. I'm going to see if we have any updates on the other bracket. Let's take a look real quick. Max Pax versus Vindicta, Gumiho Astrea, Dark Trigger, Byun waits for the winner of Gerald and Juggernaut Jason. Oh, Dark already 2-0 Trigger. Damn, that's fast. Already done. No big macro games there, I guess. So Dark awaits probably Byun. That's an insane match for the round of 4. And then we got to assume Max Pax is going to beat Vindicta. Although I think Vindicta can put out like a pretty good game. And then really unsure who's going to win here. Very, very unsure. Tied up 1-1 right now. Really feels like whoever gets a good opener. All right, we're going to get into game number 3, guys. New Humanity going to be our map. Definitely an interesting one. There's definitely some cheeses that you could plan for here. We've seen some people with some wild ideas about hopping over the gold minerals. I don't think we'll see that here, but give it time. So Gumiho in the bottom right and Astrea in the top left. Astrea sending out a pretty early probe here. Interesting. I think it's just for harassment. He wants to make sure he knows where the barracks is at. Like I mentioned previously, this is a map where you can see some cheeses and some proxies on. So maybe just by setting out this probe early, he's going to put his mind at rest, his mind at ease. Probe comes right up and finds that barracks hidden kind of the side of the base. Astrea has been checking that location regardless. So that was never going to go unfound. And at least he knows no proxies, no sinking gas or anything, so it doesn't look like it should be a factory build. Well, it always can be when you go gas first, so never mind. But, you know, not like a 2 gas, like we proxied a Reaper and we're going into factory wall real quick, that type of thing. Anyways, for Astrea, we should be seeing, yeah, there's a Cybernetics core, and he's going to go down and make the Nexus now. Good job keeping this probe around, getting some good scouting intel. And, well, he's just going to vamoose now. Oh, look, he comes right back up and sees the command center drop. Like it. I like it a lot, actually. Because he could have gone factory there, you know. He's got the bank. Goes factory afterwards. Listen to Mapu. So, Adepts being chronoed out here. Let's see what the tech is going to be for Astrea. Is he going to just go Twilight here? Get that blink upgrade out? Yeah, there is the Twilight. You've got to assume that is going to be blink. Pretty rare to see anything else against Terran nowadays. I mean, out of the Twilight. Obviously, you could open with the Robo. Not that popular. Obviously, you can open Stargate. Pretty darn popular. But the blink openers are quite good. All right, probe coming up, and the door was open. That's kind of funny. Kind of chase him back there. Kills it off. Pretty much time to take this expand now. Medevac on the way. So, 2-gate blink robo? Is this what we're looking at? Ah, adding a couple more now. Okay. So 4-gate blink. Now, this is very, very different from what we have been looking at with this. This one is very micro-intensive. If you go 4-gate robo blink, you need to go across the map and do some damage. If you go 2-gate or 3-gate, 3-gate's you know, the kind of middle of the road one that most people do. But you can go 2-gate blink stalker with robo and take your third base. Here with the 4-gate, like, you have to go across the map. You have to get damage done. Or your opponent's going to be ahead. So let's see what Astrea is able to pull off. He sets up a pylon over here. That's probably like part of a fake, right? Like, you got to use your warp case that you just made. Now, in comes this Widowmine drop. All right, gets the first one. Good dodging so far in the second one. Blink about 10 seconds out. Okay, gonna leave a couple stalkers here to make sure that that does not come in for free. Getting rid of that destructible tile. Very important. Don't want to misclick on that during the heat of a battle. Yeah, I think that was a very good juke there from Gumi. Keeps that alive a little bit longer. Loses a single stalker to this mine, but will be able to kill it off now. But you know what? This is like a slow start to the build. He definitely wanted to already be over there in the main base. Okay, 2 siege tanks are set up really expertly. That is a great depot line with bunker as well. Wow, that's a good setup. That's a real good setup. Huh. Not digging this for Astrea right now. Goes for his own third nexus. I don't think you can blame him. It doesn't look like there's anywhere for him to really get damage. Dude, you couldn't stop me from throwing an auto turret over there. Okay, comes in the side. Gonna try to get a little bit of harassment at least. Warping in a few more stalkers. Oh, kind of a funny blink to the side just to get fully out of range, but continue to hit. Very cute. Blinks forward. Oh my god, just barely does not one volley that siege tank. So painful right there. Oh my god. He needed one more stalker shot to one-shot that. If you can one volley tanks, like, you are killing it. You're going to break the defense so quickly. All right, another blink in here, going after those siege tanks. I told you, yeah, you have to try to do damage with that 4-gate variant, but this doesn't feel right for Astrea. I do not like his position here because he doesn't really have anything going on other than the stalkers, right? So it's like, okay, you picked off that bunker, but you're just making stalkers and probes right now. He is getting the charge upgrade so that he has, you know, something other than stalkers to try to defend when Gumiho does finally move out. Observer going to get away from that Raven. Just being careful. All right, 4 stalker drop coming in. 4 stalkers do one shot in SCV. Ooh, he picked him up just in the nick of time as the disable came. I do like the attempted disable, though, because then you can get all the stalkers. Not what he's looking for. Look at this. Right now, down 20 supply. Another drop into that main base. He's actually going after the siege tank. Does end up getting it. Trades 2 stalkers for it. Okay. You know, he's got his third base up in mining, but Gumiho's push when it comes out is going to be, like, really, really strong. I think it should be enough, but a lot of it does come down to how well you can pin them in your their base, right? You have the blink stalkers that you want to kind of threaten, not just kiting back against their incoming army, but maybe going into the main base again. And then you also have that prism that you need to threaten warp-in of charge lots, right? But if he just has to go straight home and Gumiho gets to attack, move everything he has, I think Gumiho is going to be able to take it at that point. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Very good move from Gumi. Again, buying more time, putting some damage onto this army. Ooh, good split, good split. But see, yeah, this Gumiho army is so strong. There's no way on earth that the army of Astrea can clear that easily. Now, if he does come in from both sides with a lot of charge lots, he might be able to break this. He might be able to. It's a little bit disjointed. The front half does hit really well. This flank from the back, though, definitely did not work out as he was planning. And you can see he loses his siege tanks, but shaves down a lot of these units. Astrea backing up. He's trying to get Psystorm during all this. +1 armor, almost in for Gumiho. Psystorm definitely going to be a bit of a game changer. Because if you look at that army that Astrea has right there, and you look at that army that Gumiho has, like, the scaling is better for Gumiho's. You know, you can't do, like, just pure Gateway Man. You definitely need that splash damage in there. So here's a couple High Templars being warped in. Very, very important that they get up to their Storm Energy. It's going to be crucial on this next defense. Gumiho comes in. He's targeting that Nexus, and you can see Astrea just running, right? This is the problem with the 4-gate blink opener that he did, right? Like, he needed damage. He didn't get quite enough. The army is soft, and Gumiho is just, he's walking around just rocking everything. Now, Psystorm is ready, and I believe he has enough energy for it as well. Gumiho needs to stay out of range of that. And you can see he actually is not able to catch up right now. All right, good armor shred right there from Gumi. Storm's not really connecting. That was a good chase, I think, from Astrea, but he can't really go any further. Because, again, Gumiho's army is really, really scary here. I think that Astrea needs to build up his own a little bit more. I would actually really like to see him add in, I don't know, either more Immortals or Colossus. This is kind of a heavy Marauder army, which we don't see from Gumiho as much. Gumiho is much more a fan of Marines than Marauders. Marauders are more of Maru's thing, but it does look like he's making quite a few. So the Immortal that's being made, very, very good. Now this warp-in of Zealots doing a bit more than I had anticipated. That's a lot of SCVs going down. A couple mines come in, but swift dodging there. There's a couple left in that main base. Double Viking coming out, going to be able to push back that that Warp Prism. Man, those Zealots are annoying. All right, so we'll pick off the Prism. Oh, he's just now getting his support bay. I actually hadn't realized that he didn't have it yet. Oh, that was a high energy one as well. That is very, very painful. Could be some juicy feedbacks in there even. All right, looks like he is going to bomb drop out. Ooh, just barely gets it. The feedback plus the target fire. That was a ghost in there. He was trying to bomb out a ghost to get a good EMP there. Doesn't end up working, but love the idea from Gumiho. He knows that Astrea really needs this splash damage to make this work. That was a very, very good EMP right there. Astrea gonna have a hard time holding off this army. That is for sure. Looks like he has a couple storms in that back High Templar. He really needs to make those hit. These EMPs just relentless. The Archon's going so far down in health at this point. Look at that, dies to a single shot. Brings up his Storm Boy. Gets a storm off, but it doesn't seem like it's enough. The natural and the fourth base under attack right now from Gumiho. Looks like that natural is going to be destroyed. That is the mineral weak location. So it's not in and of itself the end of the world. But this army just looking very, very menacing. I think Gumiho's basically done it. Astrea doesn't look like he's going to be repeating this week, unfortunately. Warps in a few charge lots here, trying desperately to save that base. Storm's going down, and he just doesn't have enough here. More stalkers being warped in, but the damage output of this Bioforce is too high. Wow. Double mortal flank. Definitely helping a lot, but man, if he just had all this at once, it would have been all right. As is, he's just warping in the scraps, the remnants of his gateways, and that's going to be game. GG.